Hi, the session would talk about leadership skills. Being a leader, how does it feel? Amazing, isn't it? But leadership is not only about being a political leader or a social leader. In our day to day lives, in our work world, at your college life, you can be a good leader and fetch benefits out of it. So, this session is based on how to be a good leader, how to adapt a lot of leadership skills that is going to help you out in a lot of ways. So, we'll talk about what makes a good leader, right? Relies on a number of skills. Different leaders have different characteristics and styles. No one right way to lead in all circumstances, and highly sought after skill. Now, I would like to talk about one thing that in organizations these days, they need people who are self driven. They need people who are self motivated. They need people who can drive others to do well. And these people, indeed, they are leaders. So, if you feel that you have this kind of quality that you have not unleashed till now, but yes, if you get a proper circumstance or a situation, you would be able to do at this aspect also. This session is for you all. So, there are 4 or 5 essential leadership skills that are there. Let's find out whether you have these skills or not, and in case if you want to be a good leader, how to inculcate, how to imbibe all these skills. So, the skills are, you have to be good at communication if you have to be a good leader. You have to be creative if you want to be a good leader. You need to motivate other, and before that you have to have self motivation to do well. You need to share feedback in a format that others should not feel offended, and yes, positivity is the key, because being a leader, you will be responsible for a lot of situations, you will be blamed for a lot of situations. So as a leader, it becomes important for us to take charge of each and everything. So let's find out what should be the characteristics of a good leader. We'll talk about the top leadership skills that are there and how to imbibe those skills in all of us. So first is communication. That is the foremost skill that is there in a leader, and being good at communication is about being good at a lot of things. So first is active listening. You need to be an active listener in order to be good at communication, which means that while communication, only the speaker is not important, it is also important how you act or how you listen. Articulating, how you structure your words, how well you deal with the words, how well you use the words to your own advantage, that is articulating. Then is business storytelling. We have had a session on storytelling previously, wherein we talked about how storytelling can act to your advantage, how you can improve your communication skills by being good at storytelling. Talking with clarity, concise information, correspondence with the people who matter, editing, explaining, expression of your thoughts, facilitating group conversations, non-verbal communication, presentations, public speaking, reading body language, reducing ambiguity, verbal communication and written communication. What I mean to say is that communication is not just one particular aspect, it's a combination of a lot of things, right from the verbal communication, right from the non-verbal communication, being a good listener, being a good speaker, being good at able to express yourself nicely when it comes to the written part, being able to organize your ideas, being able to present whatever there is in your mind in a good manner, being good at public speaking, reading the non-verbal cues of the person. So in case if you want to be a good leader, you need to have certain skills in all these dimensions. The next is motivation. Let's talk about it. So, allowing an employee in autonomy, or the people with whom you are working with, or those who are working with you, some kind of autonomy in your job, that would really motivate them. Asking for input, because if you want to appreciate somebody, it's not always the monetary thing. In case if you ask for their suggestion, they might feel motivated. Assessing the interest of the staff. So, what the other person actually expects from you has to be assessed well in time. Ability to convince the other person to follow you, or ability to convince the other person why you are doing what is correct, mentoring them. There could be situations when somebody might be in a dilemma, right? So in case if you are able to help that person to figure out what is the right course of action for them or what is not the right course of action for them, you can act as a good motivator. Open to employee concern. So in case if a person is able to handle his team members concern well in time, he is able to motivate them. Persuasive, a good leader need to have the skill to pursue other people to follow you. Yes, you need to have convincing skills for that also. Next is providing productive and challenging work environment. One is that a person is just doing his work just for the sake of it, and another is somebody is motivated enough, somebody is getting productive work and challenging work to work on, because at the end of the day it is the satisfaction with the work that matters, and in case if you are able to provide that to the employee, I think that is going to help that person out. Then is providing rewards. It is equally important to provide rewards to the person in the correct time and at the correct place. Then is recognizing others. A good leader does not only does this stuff of taking all the onus onto himself. If there is something good that he has done, he distributes the accomplishments and the reasons for the accomplishments with everybody, and same happens if there is something wrong that the group has done. So the achievements have to belong to the entire group, and the things that not have been achieved, again that has to be distributed with a great regard to the people. Then is setting effective goals. Again, as we talked about efficiency and effectiveness in the other part of this presentation, effective goals are equally important. Team building. A good leader has to identify who acts as what in a team. There are various people. It's also sometimes happens that one person is not performing at all, and there is one person who is an excellent performer and the other person is not performing. He takes the credit of the work done by others. So a good leader has to take care of these kind of aspects also, that whether everybody is working equally or not, or who's working better, he should be rewarded in the same manner. Then is thanking people. What usually happens is that when everybody is working, then the leader actually feels happy about it, but when the target is being accomplished, at times he forgets to thank that particular person. So a good leader is somebody who doesn't forget to thank the team members when the target has been accomplished. And then is understanding the differences. No two people are similar, and this happens in the team environment also. So a good leader, what he does is he takes care of everybody's positivity and he works on every person's positive traits. So a good leader understands the differences and he collaborates in that particular manner. Next skill that I would like to talk about is delegating. Accepting feedback from the people around him, that is nothing but an aspect of delegation. Allotting resources for employees is a part of delegation. Assessing employee strengths and weaknesses, that is a part of delegation. Defining expectations, evaluating employee performance, identifying measurable outcomes, matching the task to the employee, prioritizing the task, setting expectations, teamwork, time management, training and trust in employees. And here by employees, I not only mean the people who are already working. For example, in case if you are about to join an organization, and in case if you want to be a good leader, you need to understand that a good leader delegates the task in an appropriate way to the team members, and for that he has to be able to understand that how to prioritize the task, how to allocate the task to whom, how to be good at time management, how to take care of the interest of every person who is working there in a team, how to build trust in the team members. So in case if you want to be a good leader, you need to understand the art of delegating things appropriately. Next is positivity. So caring for the people with whom you are working is equally important. Managing the conflict among the team members is very, very important. Developing a reputation or a rapport amongst the team members is important. There at times diplomacy is required. So again, that is an art and a skill that has to be learnt through practice. Encouraging other people, because sometimes there are some people who sit dormant, who don't want to work actively. So in case you are able to encourage them to work in the right direction, I think you are becoming a good leader. Empathetic, be at other person's place in order to find out whether you are acting in the right manner or not. Friendliness, you don't have to be bossy all the times. In case if you are friendly, and in case if you are able to generate positivity in the task, that is going to help you out big time. Helping others, this is a good trait of a good leader. Humor, you need to avoid stressful situations at workplace or at the place where you are going to work. So in case if you can add humor to your work, there can be nothing like it. Interpersonal skills, you need to be good at that. positive reinforcement. For example, there are so many, motivational theories. So for example, if somebody has done something right, you need to reinforce that by giving a certain reward. That is positive reinforcement. Respect for everybody around you. So whether it is that smallest member of that group, or the most the senior most member of that group, you need to have respect for all of them, not for just one member who has worked hard. And yes, you have to be social, you don't have to be confined to one particular area. So positivity, it goes down the line. So if the leader is positive, the team stays positive. If the leader is negative in his working area, then somehow the team also get those vibes, right? So again, that is the one another characteristic that a good leader should have. Let's talk about the next characteristic, which is trustworthiness. So ability to apologize in case if you have that, I think you can be a good leader, because it happens that there are situations when people believe that leader cannot make mistakes. I think that's a myth. A leader is equally capable of committing mistakes, but what makes him unique is the ability to apologize. Accountability, a leader should be able to say that if anything good happens, the onus is ours, but if anything wrong happens, the onus is also ours. So we are working on it collaboratively. So accountability has to be there. Business ethics, for short term for attaining short term goals, you should not be able to compromise on your business ethics. So a leader has to be very strong in that, then only the team will be able to follow. Confidentiality, you need to keep certain things confidential, which means that you have to have high levels of integrity. Conscientiousness has to be there. Consistent in behavior towards employees, you have to be this should not happen that at one day you are behaving very nicely and another fine day you are behaving very badly. So you need to be consistent in all your efforts in every day's behavior. Credibility, this trait shows that people with whom you are working, they trust you. So trust has to be there, it has to be built along with time. Then is emotional intelligence. As I said, these days IQ is important, but EQ is even more important. So your emotional quotient has to be very high. So for example, if you are facing a very severe problem at your emotional front, you should not be able to showcase that on your work front. That makes you a good leader. Empathy, showing your concern with the towards the others, making understanding how the other person is feeling makes you unique. Honesty has to be there, you have to be honest with all your working. Integrity has to be there. There has to be same moral compass when you try to measure somebody else's behavior versus your behavior. You need to be reliable. So for example, if somebody has trusted you with some information, he should be able to trust you blindly for that. Respectfulness, not only for the people who are senior and very at top positions, but for everybody around in that particular team. Standing up for what is right, so that is another skill that makes you trustworthy. So whatever is right, you need to stand up for that. And thoughtful, so these are some things, some traits that build up your trustworthiness levels, and that makes you a person who is trustworthy. And any leader has to be trustworthy when it comes to leadership skills. Next is creativity. As I said, this is an era of having good soft skills, and this is one skill which is in high demand, right? So creativity is one such soft skill that is in demand these days. So you need to have good analytical skills, you need to have cognitive flexibility, you need to have the ability of conceptualization, you need to be good at critical thinking, you have to be curious all the times, because then if you have this question mark, how, why and when this is happening, then you are curious, and that will help you in being creative. Embracing differences, be it cultural or other perspective, you need to embrace the differences. You need to understand that every person is different. You need to have a foresight, a vision that things are going to change, nothing is constant. So you need to be aware of this particular fact. Identifying the patterns, so extrapolation of the facts is important, and identifying what could be the next move of the competitors or of you has to be there. You need to be imaginative, right? You need to be innovative. So for example, if 10 people are doing things in this manner, should I do the same thing, or do I need to do things differently? So that has to be there. learning to others' ideas. So, if somebody else has had a new idea and he has committed some kind of mistake, you need to learn from others' ideas. Making abstract connections, this has to be a good skill that should be there in a leader. Observation, and observation not just of the ideas, but observation of every other thing around you. Open mindedness, problem solving ability, sound judgment, synthesizing, and visionary approach. So, these are some of the characteristics that are fuel for creativity, and that is going to help you out in the manner that you could be a good leader as well. So, the next thing, the next trait that we are going to talk about is feedback. A good leader is somebody who solicits feedback. A good leader is somebody who expects feedback from the people with whom he is working. A good leader is somebody who does not feel offended when he or she receives a feedback, but tries to make sure that he uses the feedback in the best possible manner for his next or for his future action. So, let us try and figure out how this particular characteristic is being made of. So, being open to receiving feedback, that is one characteristic that will help you out in being a good leader. Building confidence in the employees, clarity has to be there, clearly laying out the expectations, coaching of the people around you, following up with any decision that you have made. Frequent feedback sessions should be there, listening to employees' responses has to be there, mentoring has to be there, positive reinforcement of whatever you have done. So, positive reinforcement has to be with something very good, providing specific advice has to be there, and you need to be respectful while sharing the feedback. So, in case if you are able to share feedback openly, if people share feedback with you openly, this makes you a good leader. The next characteristic is responsibility. So, the first is acknowledging mistakes, because if you are responsible, you expect that others should not commit mistakes, but this does not happen. This happens only in ideal situations, whereas in real time situations, people do commit mistakes, but it is important to acknowledge that. And then is being open to customer feedback. So, for example, you are doing something and if you are getting good reviews, that is okay, but if you are not getting such good reviews, you need to be open to customer feedback. Then is evaluating the best solutions, forecasting, learning from the past mistakes, learning to feedback from employees and managers, project planning, reflectiveness, resolving problems, transparency, and troubleshooting. So, these are some of the characteristics that make you responsible, because you as a prospective employee in an organization, you are not just there for creating a solution. If something goes wrong, people expect you to work on it effectively, and people expect that you should be able to take the onus of the complete thing. The next desirable characteristic of a leader is commitment. So, applying the feedback, right. So, for example, if you have done a work and then you receive a feedback, one is that you discard the feedback, next another is that you accept the feedback. So, here I am talking about using that feedback to improve the quality of your work, that makes you a good leader. Commitment to company objectives, here as I talked about efficiency and effectiveness, right. So, here it shows that you have to be in congruence with the company's objectives. Determination, not just for your own profession, but your determination towards other person's professional life as well. Embracing professional development, because an employee works in an organization not just for the benefit of the organization, but for his own personal growth also. So, you need to take care of all those perspectives too. Following throughout, right, and keeping promises. So, for example, if you are a team leader and you promised your team that once we achieve this target, we will be getting these rewards, you need to make sure that these rewards are being equally distributed among the team members. Then there has to be a passion for quality, passion for improvement, perseverance, which is never giving up attitude, prioritization. Yes, as a leader we need to prioritize that which task gets the maximum priority. Professionalism, there doesn't has to be a casual approach in whatever you are doing. You need to be a team player, because being a good leader doesn't mean that you have to sit back and relax. It means that you have to work even harder to set an example, because you need to walk the talk when it comes to being a good and an effective leader. And work ethics, right. As I said that the walk the talk concept is equally important. So, you need to keep the work ethics at place. The next thing that I am going to talk about is flexibility. Flexibility is again the need of the hour. So, the first is ability to learn new skills, because gone are those days when one skill can guarantee you a job throughout your life, right. Flexibility ensures that you will get opportunities to grow, you will get ample opportunities to grow, provided you have the ability to learn new skills. Then is ability to respond to new problems or issues, that again comes under flexibility. Adaptability, changing as per the changing situations, improvising, learning how to keep on improving again and again, negotiating, open to feedback, recognizing individuals' strengths and skills, treating employee as individuals. So, these particular things help you out in understanding how flexibility is important, and if a leader is flexible, he is able to achieve new heights in his life. A leader is flexible because he has to be in sync with the team members' demands. So, flexibility makes you unique as a leader. So, these are some of the characteristics that makes or that would make you a good leader, because upcoming era is not of the followers, it is about being a good leader. So, you can be a good leader in your own special way, and we have just shared some of the highlights of few characteristics using which you can be a good leader. Thank you so much.